perbincangan tentang biodiversity yang dianjurkan di Jabatan Biologi Universiti Putra Malaysia. Dan terima kasih dan tahniah kepada Dr. Amal, Profesor Dr. Amal yang telah menyahut seruan ini dan memulakan siri. InsyaAllah kita akan terus membincangkan dalam beberapa siri akan datang. I hope everybody with me. We have two speakers today. Number one, we have Dr. Khaironizam Md Zain from University of Science Malaysia. He is, for me, is somebody very active in research and on fish. He's graduated from University of Malaya from bachelor in 1998 and then PhD in 2010. He's teaching in University of Science Malaysia now in Penang, and I've been working with a wide scope of fish from the taxonomy and biology and fish in Malaysia especially, and in South Asia also. And then he has published a lot of papers regarding fish, so he can be considered as one of the experts in fish in the country. So there are many, but he is one of them. Anyway, regarding fish group in Malaysia, now I can see many young ichthyologists who is very active, and they're doing a lot of expedition and come up with publication. It's very good. The second speaker will be Associate Professor Dr. Mohammad Amal Azmai. He got his bachelor degree from University of Malaysia Terengganu in 2007 and PhD in epidemiology from UPM in 2012. A very hardworking and active lecturer and scientist and researcher in the field of fish disease, ecology and conservation. So he is currently a Vice President of Malaysian Fishery Society. He also associate member for Academy Science Malaysia, a member for Young Scientist Network Academy Science Malaysia, and expert reference for food and agriculture organization and United Nations on zoonotic diseases from fish to human. It's a very important subject that we are facing now with the changing of environment and introduction of new species, including the climate change. So I would like to start with Dr. Khaironizam first. So you have every speakers have 20 minutes to present their presentation, and after that we will continue with the Tama, and then we will have a question and answer. So I hope you will follow for both speakers first, and then later we follow up with question and answer. So now I would like to invite Dr. Khaironizam from University of Science Malaysia to talk about Ichthyofaunal diversity of Golok River. This is somewhere between Thailand and Kelantan. So it's very interesting to know that because not many studies doing in that area, and then there are a lot of challenges because that area is a unique place. So I would like to invite Dr. Khaironizam for 20 minutes.
Okay, thank you, Prof. Dr. Ahmad Ismail. All right, I hope everybody doing well today, doing good during, even though we are facing MCO right now. All right, I hope everybody can see my slide.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Can you make it bigger?
All right, I make it bigger. Okay. Okay, can see my slide?
Yes.
Okay, I can see here some of the big name also in our talk today. In our talk today, some like Dr. Chaiwood also from Thailand. Okay, and Dr. Aslawati here also. Dr. Cassie Eng. All right, a few big names also here in fish. All right, okay, I will present some of the data that from my survey in Sungai Golok in Kelantan. All right, Sungai Golok, as we know, that has been important in determining the political boundaries between Malaysia and Thailand. It also have a greater contribution in socio-economic for both countries, as many businesses and daily goods have been exchanged across this trans-boundary river. All right. Despite it also play roles as a common river system by supplying source for water in rural and urban areas, domestics and agriculture, is also important for biodiversity of the in terms of the animals and flora and fauna also. All right. Everybody knows that the drainage is located at the northeastern part of Peninsular Malaysia, in Malaysia. All right. The river is about 106 kilometers long, drained northeasternwards to the South China Sea, and its catchment area is about 2,175 square kilometers. All right, this is according to data from Department of Irrigation and Drainage of Kelantan, okay, in 2017. All right, my sampling location. All right, my sampling location. We conducted the samplings in the first in the Sungai Lanas. All right, and also Sungai Jedok, Sungai Lancang, and Sungai Jego. All right, Blackwater swamp area near to the Rantau Panjang, and one small here, Tasik Tok Uban. Tasik Tok Uban is between Sungai Jego and Sungai Lancang. Okay, there is a small tasik there. Now they have been developed for the solar energy industry there in the Tasik Tok Uban. Also, okay, unfortunately, we cannot do sampling in the main river of the Golok River, as we need a special permission for both countries, which are Thailand and Malaysia. So what we did is we just do the sampling in the Malaysian part, but we also locate some museum samples in Zulker Reference Collection in Lee Kong Chian National History Museum in Singapore. Okay. So I will present some of the data from our collection, from the survey, and also from the museum collection in ZRC. All right. I hope probably after this, Dr. Chaiwood or somebody else from Thailand can add some more data from this area. Okay. All right. As we know that the diversity of fishes in Peninsular Malaysia, all right, is most influenced by the Mekong and Thailand elements, and also all the Borneo and Sumatra, even including the Java elements also. So that's why the Malay Peninsula Malaysia, especially in Peninsular Malaysia, have these two elements. They have overlap of in terms of diversity of fish. Some also have the Thailand, some also have the from the Indonesia. Okay. I also will present about some of the endemic species that can be found from this area. All right, we look later on. All right, the samplings. All right, the sampling method that we use is usually electroshocker, casting, cast net, and use scoop net. And fish identification, we followed the Zakaria Ismail et al. 2019. And classification will follow Kotlat 2013 and Van der Laan et al. 2021. All right, in the California Academy of Science. All right, this is the sampling method that we use here. On the left side photo is me in the Sungai Jego during the during the dry season. All right, you can see how the river become very shallow, and on the middle is me and my friends are collecting fish in the swampy areas near to the Sungai Jego. And this on the right side is my friends also collecting the fish using the technique of the scoop net and the net. All right, this is the happy faces that we found new records for Peninsular Malaysia, and also some very rare species for Peninsular Malaysia. All right. On the right side is my friends Mohammad, Hakim, and Rasul. Also very happy because we got very rare eels from these swampy areas near to Perantau Panjang. Okay. All right. Let's see. Okay. Here the results. I got from the survey, we got about 105 species recorded from the Malaysian area. However, another 2 species only recorded from the museum collection. In another 2 additional species also found in the museum collection in ZRC. So total up is about 107 species were recorded in this study. So the Golok drainage contains about I think 8 orders and 32 fish families. The drainage was also dominated by sapriniform fish, followed by siluriform fish and anabantiformes fish. Other order fish like Osteoglossiformes, Simbranchiformes, Belloniformes, Atriniformes, Signatiformes, and Pleuronectiformes are represented less than 5 species. We will look on this later on. In terms of diversity, it consists about 37% of the freshwater known from Peninsular Malaysia. It's based on Zakaria Ismail 2019, which they recorded about 289 species. 3.5% of freshwater fishes known from Southeast Asian inland waters. These were based on the Kotilat 2013, where he recorded 3,108 species, while about 0.6% of valid freshwater fishes known from the freshwater habitat all over the world, based on Africa et al. 2021, retrieved yesterday. They recorded about 18,132 species, and about 0.3% of valid fishes known in the world, based on Africa et al. 2021. Also, they recorded about 35,898 species known in the world. All right, here the fish composition in the Golok drainage. We recorded about 55% Sapriniformes, Siluriformes about 19%, Anabantiformes 14%, Others we recorded less than 4%. All right. In terms of the Cypriniformes, we recorded various loach families, about 18%. Cyprinids, that's Cyprinidae, it's about 19%. Xenocyprinids, 2%. And Danionidae, that means all the rasborin and danios, about 16%. All right, this is the results that we got here. One is Notopterus, family Notopteridae. Others, Cypriniformes, loach. All right, we will look on this later on again. We have got Botidae, Valentelidae, Corbitidae, Balitoridae, and Nematilidae. So 19 species. I will not go through detail, but I will show some important species later on. Okay. Cypriniformes, Cyprinidae, we got 20 species. This fish just not included the introduced species. So all these recorded the native species to this area. So here we got the Barbodes rhombius. I will later on tell you about the Barbodes rhombius. Okay. Cypriniformes, another is Danionidae, about 17 species. Okay, we got the latest description of new species is of the ikan stem, or we call it a Trigonostigma truncata. The latest described by Dr. Tan Hyok Hui in year 2020, last year. All right, this is a Xenocyprinidae, Oxygaster anomalura and Paracella maculicauda. All right, siluriforms, all the catfishes. All right, the interesting about this is the two species that we did not found in Malaysian waters, in the Golok River on the Malaysian part is Chaka bancanensis and Horabagridae pseudotropius indigens. All right. Okay, the siluriformes, the Chakidae, the Chaka bancanensis not found here, only recorded on in the Naratiwat area, and Pseudotropius indigens also found in the bank somewhere in the pit swamp area in the near to the Bandara. I see. Is mistaken. All right, Pseudotropius, but is also connected to the Golok drainage. All right, Symbranchiformes is consists of Mastacembalidae, Chauduridae. Okay, this is Chauduria that we show the happy faces later on. I will show the photo later. Indostomidae also, Indostomus crocodilus, probably a new species for Indostomus. Probably we can need further study on this species. Symbranchidae, of course, the common eels, the common swamp eels, Monopterus javanensis. Okay, this is the common fish in the area, the labyrinth fish, all right, Helostomatidae, Anabantidae, Ostronamidae, of course, all the betas, okay, all the ikan sepat, the ikan puyuh, all the Chana limbata. Chana is the ikan haruan, all right, Chana. All right, Nandus nebulosus also we can found here, and Pristolepis fasciata, or the ikan patung. We look later on. And Chlorionectiformes, Achiroides lincurrincus is ikan sebelah. All right, if I got time, I will show the photos later on. Triniformes, this is Phenacostitis smithi, has been confirmed by Dr. Amiruddin Ahmad from UMT. Belloniformes, All right, this is common. The interesting one is the Dermogenes siamensis. I will show about the Dermogenes siamensis later on. This is a new record for Peninsular Malaysia. And another one is Andragnethidae, the Oryzias minutilus. Okay. Okay, I will show some of the special fish of the Golok drainage. All right, this is the loach, the Botite, Syncrosus beauforti. All right, have a widely distribution from Salween Basin to the Chao Phraya and southward to the Golok Basin. All right, in Golok Basin is the southernmost distribution range for the species. So you cannot find this species in other places in Peninsular Malaysia, but in Golok River. Okay, all right. In Malaysia, this species only known in Golok drainage. All right. Okay, this is another species which are very common in the river system. All right, widely distribution in Malay Peninsula, Borneo, and Sumatra. I hope you know the distribution, the main of Malay Peninsula and Peninsular Malaysia, the differences of Malay Peninsula. Usually, Malay Peninsula referring to the southern Thailand, including Peninsular Malaysia and Singapore. All right, the Malay Peninsula. However, the Peninsular Malaysia is only referring to the Malaysian part or the west part of Malaysia. And also they can be found in Borneo and Sumatra. Species from Golok has slight different from the true Slangoricus. All right, you can see the upper one figures, the body patterns. You can see the body patterns there. All right, the body patterns have a very regular shape, while in Golok drainage they have an irregular shape. All right, and recent finding by Shrestova indicates that this group are polyphyetics. All right, probably they can be formed more than one species. And probably another species which are probably spiniferous or translineators. Most probably is translineators or probably undescribed species, who knows. So probably we need more studies on the species here. All right, another species that are very rare. Okay, this is a tuberose Schistura bizingeri. All right, firstly described by Dr. Maurice Cotillard from the from the Chao Phraya Basin, and also been recorded in Klong basins in Thailand, but also been recorded in Klang River. Previously, we also recorded this species, interestingly, in Muda River. All right, during our expedition with MNS, remember the Prof Ahmad. Okay, we have this species also in Muda River. So this species can be stated as a very rare. All right, currently it was recorded in Galas River also, and also known in Kelantan and Kedah only. I hope maybe other expedition or any other surveys will found this species further south from this area. All right, okay, this is the special species. All right, previously this species have been recorded in Mekong, Chao Phraya and Meklong, north to north or Isthmus of Kra. All right. This is recorded by Cotillard. In this survey, we found that this species also been recorded in Kelantan, also in Golok. So my students Noor Zahidah have been done on the analysis on the DNA. So he found that the binotators, the rhombius in Golok River similar, the fish with this spot are very similar to the Trat locality in Thailand. However, other places in Peninsular Malaysia also have this spot and been recorded as binotators. And we found that these species are not much difference, all right, not much differ from the Golok River. So we can conclude that these species, all the species with this, we call in Peninsular Malaysia, we call it a tabal sisek. All the tabal sisek here as a Barbodes rhombius. All right.
Ada masa lagi? Ada banyak lagi slide?
Alright, tak banyak lah.
Okay.
No worries. Alright, this is another special fish. Alright, has been recorded from Mekong Basin in Laos, Chao Phraya and Mai Klong Basin in Pahang, in Thailand, sorry. And also been recorded in Golok Basin. This occurrence in Golok River on the Malaysian part is the first record for Peninsular Malaysia. All right, very nice. This make my friend quite angry because he threw lots of this fish during the survey. Unfortunately, I asked him to give at least 5 samples to me. So after I did the observation under microscope, then I know that this is a new record for Peninsular Malaysia, which is Oryctis parvus. Another one is Beta apola, okay, been known from Bang Nara stream in Naratiwat. Bang Nara is not connected to Golok, I think, right? So, however, this species been known for the first time in Jeli, Kelantan. So, distribution now can be concluded that is extend to the Malaysian part and probably as far as to the Terengganu. All right, these species have the second post-orbital stripe. You can see under the eyes, the lower here, they have the second orbital stripe. Okay, here, second orbital stripe. And we can also, the numbers of the anal fin rays also can be determined, it can be used to diagnose it from other fish, other betta fish in Peninsular Malaysia. All right, this is a new record also for Peninsular Malaysia. Another one is a new record for Peninsular Malaysia is a Dermogenes siamensis. Previously been recorded from Mekong, Mekong Basin, Chao Phraya and Mai Klong, and southward to Tapi Basin in southern Thailand. Currently, the finding shows that the fish distribution extend to Kelantan and maybe also can be found as far to the Terengganu and Pahang also. So this fish is a new record for Peninsular Malaysia. So we can see here the structure of the andropodium here. So see this, we call a hook here. The shape is at the end, you can see here like a hook a hook here, can see here, and is similar to the description by the Misner 2001, while the common one is the Dermogenes quality being recorded from Johor. They have this structure, they don't have a hook. All right. All right, so this is the first record for Peninsular Malaysia too. Other species is betta pi. All right, betta pi also been located, been described from the Golok drainage also. So it's recorded from Todeng River in Naratiwat province. all right? Similar to the Trigonostigma truncata, been recorded from the Buketa, all right? Buketa area. So this another nice fish also. All right, this is a Horabagridae, a species known from the Golok drainage only, found in the somewhere in the Todeng Stream, all right, a tributary of Golok River in Narathiwat area. And probably this species also may occur in Peninsular Malaysia too. Who knows? So need another survey, need a very intensive survey in the future to find this species for Peninsular Malaysia. All right. Okay, this species been recorded by Dr. Ng Hyok Hee in 2011. All right. All right. This is another interesting species. It's a Pangeo. We cannot conclude either this one is Pangeo semicingta or Pangeo malayana. It looks like for me is a CF malayana, Pangeo CF malayana, because it has a very clear caudal fin compared to the semicingta. They have a blackened caudal fin, while the blotch here, you can see here, is not regular shape, similar like this semicingta. However, we cannot conclude this similar to this semicingta, malayana, because the shape of caudal fin is almost truncated, it's almost forked. But here in Malayana, they have a truncated fork shape, and the numbers of the blotch also lesser compared to this Malayana. So probably this species are undisturbed species too. And also another characters, they have a very long nostril barbel. You can see here. So probably this is a new species. We don't know. Unfortunately, we only got one individual, one fish from this species. We cannot do, we need more samples to do comparisons with the Malayana. All right. All right, a rare species. This is Indostomos crocodilus. We don't know, probably an undisturbed species also. This is the fish that made our faces very happy previously. All right, Indostomos crocodilus, and these eels, a very tiny eels, Chauduria caudata. All right. And another is Valentella masi, very nice and very rare species in Golok River, even though these species are quite common in Peninsular Malaysia, but is quite rare in Golok River. All right, Valentella masi. All right, this is happy faces after got 42 species. All right, in one-time samplings. All right. All right, thank you. Still got time, ada Prof. Ahmad?
Yeah, okay, no more.
Okay, thank you.
You have spent a good time and then very good information, more than I expected. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you.
I will need more after this. We will communicate more later. Now I would like to invite Associate Professor Dr. Amal Azmai to present his presentation on fish also, right? Dr. Amal, tell the topic in detail. Yeah, the impact of alien fishes on freshwater biodiversity. Okay, yeah.
Assalamualaikum. Good.
Baik, 20 minutes.
Can you hear me clearly?
Yeah, clear.
Okay, good. So I can start. Thank you very much, Prof. After listen to Dr. Ayun, Dr. Khaironizam presentation, and I realized I doesn't have any beautiful fish in my slides presentation. Sorry lah for that. Okay. So actually today I would like to share with you about actually this PhD thesis from my PhD student, Dr. Sabah Abdul Wakil Olawale. So he studied about the impacts of alien fishes on freshwater biodiversity, environment, and socio-economy in Klang Valley. Okay, so today I will share with you lah santai-santai about the impacts of alien fish. Okay, so specifically in Klang Valley lah. Okay, right. Okay, so alien fish. So hopefully all of you already know lah what is alien fish. Alien fish, introduced fish, the fish that actually not from Malaysia, bring to Malaysia, and sometimes also alien fish also can be considered as we do translocation of the fish. That's why we need to know what's fish in the new place, what fish there that live there, because we don't want to make error there by translocating new fish to the new environment. For example, let's say we bring beta livida in Peninsula Malaysia and then we put in Borneo, in Sabah or in Sarawak because we say this fish very beautiful, we can put that. No, you know. Now it's become alien fish or introduced fish in Sabah and Sarawak. So that's about the alien fish lah. And then why alien fish? Very important. Okay. Actually, if alien fish bring to Malaysia, okay, in the early of 19th century, by the immigrant from the China, India. When they come, they bring also the fish, mostly carp lah for aquaculture, and they catch it in the pond, in the pool. Okay, so and then we bring for introduction, and then we give a lot of impacts to us. Okay, so what in terms of impacts, one by one we look here. Predation. Okay, so predation of native fish species. So some of the alien fish, you know, for example, peacock bass. Okay, that's very glamour lah, peacock bass. So eat our fish, small fish. Is it real or not? Yes, it is real. If you want to know is it real or not, you go to catch the fish, the peacock bass, and you look at what's the inside of the stomach content of the fish, and then you can see our native fish there. Okay, then genetic degradation. We found actually ikan what we call ikan bandaraya. Okay, Petirip Golokriver pardalis, most probably crossbreed with P. disjunctivus. We found like a new breed of ikan bandaraya, you know, in Pusu River. That one already published. Okay, and then that's maybe cause a lot of problem lah, especially about the genetic degradation. So a lot more new species of alien fish, and then it will depress our local fish lah. And then of course lah, competition for food and space, and then parasites and diseases. Okay, parasites and diseases, for example, you know, we bring fish from outside of our country, sometimes for aquaculture, or we also bring the disease, or like the pellet virus, like several other bacteria, like say Streptococcus agalactiae. Okay, we not only bring the fish, actually we bring also the disease, not only for aquaculture but also for the ornamental fish lah. And of course impacts economy. This one we cannot deny it. Okay, even alien fish bring a lot of problem for our aquatic environment, but at the same time it bring a lot of money to the country lah. We cannot deny it. So the problem now is how at the same time we want to control the negative impact of the alien fish, but at the same time we got a lot of money because of the alien fish, because actually generate a lot of money to our locals lah. Okay, and then okay, before we go to the study, we look to this is the data. Okay, this is the data, the big data to show you actually how important is the alien fish. Okay, you see here the dot here ni, this one actually non-native fish, alien fish lah. Okay, so alien fish, you see the value is very high. Okay, the data from 2007 to 2018. However, you can see the value of native fish very low. This is aquaculture. Okay, this one the cultured one. Okay, so which means that aquaculture of the non-native fish bring a lot of money to us. Okay, a lot of money to us. We cannot deny it. Okay, and mostly you can see here lah, production mostly for aquaculture coming from Perak. Okay, the main fish culture like tilapia, the blue one, the river catfish. Okay. So this is the production lah, the transplantation. This is for aquaculture, and then we look at for the capture fisheries. Capture fisheries mean that fish that we capture lah, we hunting using net, fishing, whatever lah. Okay, as long as we hunt for the fish, capture fisheries lah. Okay, here you look here. Okay, so the numbers, the value production of the native fish very high here. Okay, very high. However, the non-native is very low. So which mean we collect a lot of native fish. Okay, but we culture a lot of native alien fish. Okay, so it will depress the numbers of fish in our local lah. Okay, so most of the fish, the alien fish, even though we capture fish, okay, red tilapia. So mean here, even we capture the fish, okay, even we capture the fish from our environment lah, our water bodies, but most of the fish actually alien juga. So alien everywhere lah. So we can say that most of the fish now alien lah, okay, for capture or even for the aquaculture lah. Okay, right. So now we look at the ornamental fish. Okay, ornamental fish bring a lot of money to Malaysia lah. We cannot deny, right? Okay, so and when you look at here, so you see this is the numbers of the pieces. Most of production actually coming from Poselida, ni gapi, molly, okay, and then here you cannot see the green color here, right? Because this is actually Osteoglossidae. But here in terms of value, you can see it's very big. Okay, the green one, Osteoglossidae, actually this is arowana. Okay, ikan arowana, ikan kelisa. So even the numbers very low here, okay, but the value is very high. So what we can learn from here? Our fish, our local fish, we have a lot. We have a very good value of money. Okay, why we still like praise, membanggakan ikan-ikan alien untuk dibawa masuk to our country and then we commercialize them? Why not we use our own fish actually? We have a lot of fish. You see, Dr. Khaironizam just present a lot of fish diversity, you know, a lot species beautiful, but we still take fish from other country, from America Selatan, okay, from let's say from Thailand and everywhere, and then we should praise, we should promote our own ornamental fish. Actually, that's the point here. Okay. Then okay, actually I have 5 case study here. Okay, kita lihat santai-santai, relax. Okay, and then this is about the species composition and invasion risk of alien fishes in pet store around Klang Valley. This study we went to pet store, aquarium pet store, and we look at the species composition and we determine the invasion risk lah. Okay, so this is a study only in Klang Valley, so maybe not applicable to other side of Malaysia lah. Okay. So about 60 ornamental fish store we visit for the study. Okay, so and then of course lah sampling, and then we did the species identification by the help of Rasul, our taxonomist there. Okay, did some data analysis. Okay, this is the finding lah. Okay, from 60 fish stores, we found 251 species. Most of the ornamental fish in Klang Valley actually coming from under the family of Cichlida and followed by Capridae, Cicaridae. Okay, so most of the fish actually coming from tropical, okay, tropical country, okay, and mostly coming from South America. Okay, and then most of the fish, 49% of the fish actually not evaluated, but some of the fish that we determine there, some of them are critically endangered but not too many lah, but mostly not evaluated, and most of the fish are harmless lah. Okay, in this study, this is interesting about our business, our what we call our ornamental fish industry. In this study, we found that non-native fish dominated the freshwater ornamental fish trade in Klang Valley, which is 85%, 86% lah of the fish in this study. All of them, they are alien. They are not from Malaysia. So about 15% of fish from Malaysia. You see? So we should promote our local fish lah for ornamental, right? Okay, and then we did some analysis using fish and statistic, okay, did by the student lah, of course. And then you can find here, you can see here, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 species of fish considered as invasive in Malaysia. We have several characters lah to evaluate the fish and also the impacts on the ecology, about 49 or 59 criteria lah. Okay, a lot of things need to consider in order to use this fish, okay, FISK ni, okay. So it show that Claris gariepinus, okay, ni ikan keli Afrika lah, okay, usually used for culture lah, aquaculture, okay. Even sometimes you tak nampak pun dekat rumah you, okay, but actually is considered as invasive, okay. So if you go to UPM area pun actually I found a lot of catfish lah, but I'm not sure what type of catfish, what species. And then you see here for the carps, goldfish, okay, this is ornamental fish, okay. And then this one P. pardalis, okay, we have P. disjunctivus, this one, and also Hypotomus pleco, sucker mouse catfish. This is three ni ialah ikan bandaraya lah, okay. When they are little and small, they're very cute. When they're big, nobody want them, then throw out to the river, to the pond, to the longkang, everywhere. That's the problem, okay. Then of course peacock bass, very glamour lah, very located at the high pyramid of the makanan dalam tasik kan. So peacock bass among the highly invasive fish in our country. Oscar and guppy. Guppy, sometimes we realize guppy is really problem to our country. From the study, yes, because this use a lot of criteria in order to develop this result, okay. So honestly, guppy in front of my house, at the back of my house, when I see at the drainage there, I can see a lot of guppy and catfish actually. So that show how they actually invade my housing area, so which means they are very invasive lah. So several other species also consider medium in terms of their invasiveness lah, okay. So you can see here, most of them actually ornamental fish, okay. This one lah for aquaculture, but most of them actually for the ornamental fish. So what we can see from the study, Cichlidae and Capridae are dominated ornamental fish sector in other countries too. So from other countries also, Cichlidae and Capridae, they are very common lah in the ornamental fish. Some alien fish recorded as well adapted to the environment, grows rapidly, very fast, okay. Feed on local fish, okay, peacock bass for example, and they are very invasive like guppy, like peacock bass, like ikan bandaraya, you know, for pleco. There are a lot in our water body now. For example, Familiaridae and Amazon saving catfish lah. These fish may get released, especially when they have become too large for most the domestic aquarium. So when they are small, let's say the pleco, they're very beautiful lah, cute. When they are very big and people don't know what to do, they don't want to kill the fish, okay, and then they release, okay, but it will cause problem to our water body lah, okay. So this study indicate that the important role of the aquarium industry, okay, in the introduction of alien fish, okay. So and most of the invention, the high invasive, they're actually coming from the ornamental fish industry. So that's very important lah for us to know, and for our future management of the our local fish lah, okay. And then case study too, we look at the relationship between the occurrence and the well-being of alien endemic fish and their associations with the environmental characteristic, okay. This one we selected 6 rivers around the Klang Valley. We selected Golok River, Pusu River, Klang River, Langat River, Takala River, and Semenyih River, okay. So Takala River and Semenyih River we can consider as area, upstream area lah, okay, upstream area, a little bit far from the anthropogenic activities from the housing area, okay. So Takala River actually a place, recreational area, okay. So these 5 rivers are selected in this study, and then we did fish sampling, we took the water physical-community, this one, then statistic lah, and then we found 20 fish species from this study, okay. You see here, when you see at this graph, this table, you see here, tilapia, Oracomis niloticus, very high in our local water body, in our river, 460, that's high, you know, very high, okay. And then it's followed by the guppy, Posida reticulata, okay. And then followed by here, okay, this one ikan sia, this one our local fish. So the first and the second highest actually alien fish in our natural water body, okay. So this is the occurrence lah, the percentage of occurrence in Pusu River. You see Pusu River near UIA, Kuala Lumpur. So dominated by alien, okay. Golok River not dominated by alien, but the numbers of alien occurrence very high also. Klang also very high. So far so good in Tekala River. We not found any non-native. Okay, and then in Semenyih and Langat River, you see also the occurrence of alien fish also highlight, especially in Langat River lah. Okay, you see here from the 6 river in Klang Valley, okay, 5 of the rivers are already invaded by the alien fish. Okay, so this is a little bit statistic lah, but what I want to share with all of you secara senangnya, easily we can see here. Okay, Oriochromis significus, okay, alien. P disnativus, P pardalis, this one Escos metallicus, this one local, and Mr. Singeringan, this one local. Okay, this one local, but these 3 all the alien. Okay, the alien fish, they are found usually when the temperature is high, the ammonia is high, the nitrite is high, but when the DO is very low. What can we learn from here? We can see here all of these alien fish usually they prefer and they can survive, they can reproduce, they are very happy in the poor water quality area, which mean that if our river is very poor in terms of the water quality, and the alien fish, they can still survive. They are very resistant, they are very hardy, you know. But our local fish, they are not really good in the poor water quality. That's why the number is very low. This is generally what we found from this figure lah. Okay, right? And then we go to the condition factor of the fish. Okay, we compare the number of the fish, the high, the enough for statistical analysis. We compare in Klang River. You see here, this one, the blue one, tilapia show a very good condition factor compared to our local fish, Rasbora vulgaris. In Gombak River, Oriochromis significus show condition factors very high compared to both this local fish. Okay, and then this one alien fish also. This one alien fish. Okay, also show very high condition factor. Okay, compared to the local fish. Okay, local fish. And then this is the blue one, pardalis. Okay, ikan bandaraya. Okay, and ikan bandaraya juga. Okay, and then also alien juga, tilapia. They are very dominated in Pusu River. Okay, sikit saja, very little connection factor that observed for the our local fish, ikan sia here. Okay, so you can see here in terms of the healthy or well-being of the fish alien, they are very happy in our country. Okay, in our water, in our local river. So they are very happy and stressed to our native species lah. Okay, so discussion for this story. Okay, species diversity of Pusu River. Okay, located was lower than reported by Jalal. Okay, so species diversity previously conducted by a researcher from UKM, if I'm not mistaken, in 2018, and show species diversity. What we study now, higher occurrence compared to previous study. Now, show higher occurrence compared to the previous study in terms of non-native. Okay, this indicates the alien fish species have been flourishing in this river, and the reduction in terms of the native fish lah in the rivers lah. Alien species occur correlated with suboptimal water quality. This is actually the what we call the advantage of alien fish lah. The advantage, they can live happily in suboptimal water quality. And we know in Klang Valley, most of the river sometimes got polluted, sewage, entrepreneurial activity, the water quality not very good, and then that's going to be the advantage for the alien species. And then the significantly higher beta CF for alien fish in our river may be due to the hardy nature of them lah. Okay, so ikan alien fish, they are very good in terms of adaptability lah. Okay, so our native is a bit macam lembut sikit, lemah sikit, soft sikit lah. Okay, that's actually the advantage of alien fish lah. Okay, so they are advantage, but actually we should realize that sepatutnya kita should take care of our river lah. The better quality of our river, we can say that should be lower number of alien species. Okay, and then this case study number 3, we look at the food preference and trophic states of native and alien
Banyak
fish.
lagi ke, Amal?
Sekejap sikit lagi nak habis dah. Okay, ni hari Jumaat, esok cuti, it's okay, right? Okay, and then that coexist in selected rivers within Klang Valley lah. Okay, so we select Gombak River, Klang River, Langat River because this is the river that we have enough number of samples lah. Okay, and then you can see here, this is the number of sample lah that we proceed to our next study. You see here, the mean comparison of fullness index, which means the fullness index on the fish gut contents lah. You can see here, alien fish show higher compared to the local fish. Alien fish show higher to compared to local fish. Alien fish show higher to compared to the local fish. In terms of fullness index, show that alien fish very happy. They got a lot of food, okay, in our local water body lah. Then in terms of Morishita Horns Index, you can see here most of the study here, okay, the green one and the red one, the fish show diet overlap, which means that the alien and native, they're sharing the same food, okay, so there will be competition to get the food and so forth, also for the space lah. And then trough level also show that mostly they are actually herbivorous, okay, herbivorous to omnivorous, so they are still sharing, so which means they're still competing for the food for them, okay. And then this is generally what I want to say about this analysis, okay. This one from a stable isotope analysis, we found generally, okay, alien fish actually show mostly similar stable isotope with the native fish, which means they just keep on competing for the foods in their daily life, okay. So that's the finding for that case study lah, okay. So with the highest percentage of stomach contents and significantly higher stomach fullness index show that tilapia, okay, generally display better feeding ability. So diet overlap that's higher than 0.6 show that competition which may favor the alien species. And this study also show that alien and native species actually exploit similar food resources, so will be competition to our local fish lah, to our native fish. And then the absence of significant difference in the stable isotope content show that the fish signifies similarities in their trophic preference. There will be competition, okay. And then this also indicate that tilapia will outcompete the native species lah, okay. Then case study 4, this is about the socio-economy. This one very interesting lah. Sekejap Promat, 5 minit, okay. And then this is about the demographic factors on the general public's knowledge, perception and practice regarding alien fish in Malaysia. This is actually we give questionnaire to the persons, to the student, a lot of people lah. I can say rakyat marhain lah. And then this questionnaire answered by them. We want to look how they are thinking, what they think about the public's about the alien fish in this country lah, okay. So from this result actually we obtained from 304 participants, respondents, most of them in the range age of 18 to 35, okay, and then majorly Malay, okay, followed by the Chinese, and then most of them they are female, okay, and then most of them have at least post-secondary education lah, okay. This is the result. You look at this figure, okay. So perception of economic value, okay. You can see here, okay, most of the respondents they say that alien fish actually give them a lot of money. They agree with that, okay. Okay, this the rakyat marhain, this citizen of Malaysia, okay. And then ecological knowledge about alien fish, they actually know the important ecological knowledge about alien fish, okay. And then they also have prior awareness about the alien fish. And then most of them also they know about the existing legislation, okay. And then perception on the benefits. However, most of them they strongly disagree about the benefits of alien fish, okay. And most of the alien fish, you can see here, most of the respondents actually don't know alien fish. They know tilapia, but they don't know what is alien fish or intruder fish. They don't know native fish. Dia tak tahu itu ikan dibawa Malaysia, because when you ask some lecturers also, they think tilapia actually from Malaysia. Okay, the knowledge, the general knowledge should be we give to the students. Okay, and then knowledge about prohibited fish, most of them they know. Okay, and then most of them they can give about one example of prohibited fish. Okay, when we ask them. Okay. And then most of them they doesn't have aquarium in house, and most of them they don't release the aquarium fish, okay, into the natural water body, and and 16% of them they release. This is the person actually we need to focus. Why you release fish? Okay, so this is actually the person cause problem lah. Okay, and then most of the respondent they doesn't have any no fish or nature related, and most of them often eat the fish, and most of them eat marine fish followed by alien fish. Okay, as you know, alien fish, most of people in Malaysia they eat marine followed by the alien fish, and now they can differentiate between alien and native fish. So show the importance of alien fish in our daily consumption lah. Okay, so this also very interesting. You see here, this is the top 6 alien fish. When he asked the respondent, can you give us prohibited species of alien fish? This is the main fish that they will answer. They will give the response. Arapaima is very glamour. That's why a lot of respondents give the example of Arapaima. So Arapaima, alligator guard, piranha, peacock bass, African catfish, and student. So in the future, if you want to make any activity related to alien fish, okay, and then you put this photo or the name of the fish, and then you know, oh, this is alien fish. Okay, that's how lah you can utilize from what's the results from this study lah. Okay, so here also very important, we look at the knowledge and perception. Just look here, education and ethnicity. You can see here, education actually play important role in the knowledge, perception, and practice of alien fish in Malaysia. This actually what we need to stress in our education lah. Education here mean bukannya bermaksud the student go to university and they will get knowledge about the alien fish. I mean here, from the school, secondary school, primary school, we should educate our student, our kids about the importance of alien fish. Okay, so because most of the reason that we found why the people don't care about alien fish, because of their education, because they want to know, they want to learn, because they are not told by someone else, or they're very important lah. And then followed by ethnicity. Okay, ethnicity, some of the races, race that work a lot, sell a lot of unlimited fish, they have a lot of knowledge and perception about alien fish lah. Okay, that's common lah. Okay, so what I want to point out there about the education lah. Okay, so for this discussion, I can say that significant relationship between knowledge regarding ecological impact versus awareness of alien fish and perception of economic importance indicate that awareness may not necessarily translate to local about their potential ecological threats. Okay, and then education level as the most important factor suggests that more educated may provide greater support for management. If you get more knowledge, more information, and then hopefully can help to about this alien fish lah. Okay, despite low proportion of the public who release unwanted aquarium into the wild, disposable of fish into public bodies is an important human assisted disposal pathway. Okay, so this one like the previous for the first case study lah. Okay, so despite the greater interest of males in nature-related hobbies like sport fishing, hiking, aquarium, female had more knowledge, or maybe females like it because they have more knowledge, okay, about the ecological impacts of alien species compared to males. Okay, so females, thank you, you have a lot of knowledge about the impacts of alien fish lah. Again, this is the last case study, Prof. Okay, so we went to the pet store. We give them questionnaire. This is what they respond actually. Okay, most of the respondent they are female. Okay, this is actually the owner of the shop. Okay, or the pool or the person that responsible for the aquarium shop lah. Okay, most of them they are male. Okay, they are Chinese. Mostly they are Chinese, followed by the Malay, and most of them they have secondary at least, and some of them they have at least degree. And most of them got about 2,000 to 500 to 5,000 ringgit of money per month from this business, aquarium fish. Most of them already married, and most of them in the range age of 26 to 35 lah. That's the data socio-demography. Okay, and then we look at here. So number of business, mostly they are about 11 to 20 years of experience in the business. They breed the fish or not? No, mostly they are not breed the fish. They get from someone else, they just sell it. Okay, they not breed the fish. Whether they sell a non-native aquarium fish, yes. Okay, a lot of them sell native, non-native. Okay, sell non-fish aquarium products, which mean that They sell the feed, they sell the aquarium, they sell the aerators, bubble stone and everything lah, in order to help to support their business lah. Okay, and whether they have other income source, mostly not answer lah. Okay, fish are the main source of income, yes. Okay, contribution of fish business to income, yes. Most of them they say that the fish actually give a lot of income to them. Percentage of income from fish high. Okay, alien fish contribute to fish income, disagree, and some of them they agree lah. Okay, and then number of fish species mostly from 0 to 25. Okay, the number of fish, sometimes of the shop sell more than 50 species, and then average number sold per day less than 50 pieces lah. Okay, when we relate back at the first study, if you remember, first case study, most of the fish that we're talking here is actually about the alien fish. Okay, so you can see here when we ask the shop owner which fish actually people buy from your shop, just write down the names of the fish. You can see here most of them they will mention alien fish. Okay, most of the person will come to the shop and buy fish. Most of them will buy alien fish, not native fish. Okay, this is actually the result from this finding lah. Okay, now you look at the red color only. No need to black. You look at the red color only. So you can see education play important roles. Okay, in terms of attitude of the shop's owner. Alien fish contribute a lot. Okay, to their socio-economic, to their money, which make money for them. And then alien ornamental fish income contribution, you see, contribute to fish to income. Alien fish contribute to fish income, significant, and income level result from fish business, significant. Okay, so this is all the red color actually should be stressed lah, if for our future study, if you want to for conservation and everything lah. Okay, so most of the stock owner who favor the import and sale of alien fish in Malaysia also agree that fish was their main source of income. So they say yes, alien fish actually main source of their income. Okay, why not our local fish? Okay, good question to ask for us. The dominant share of alien fish in the income from oriental fish sale of almost half of the respondents signify the important and economic contribution to their business. Okay, alien fish very important for them, give a lot of money for them. The significant association between attitudes and contribution of alien fish to income signify possible greater support by those who benefit from this fish. Education level, okay, was the most important factor. We can see from this case study and previous case study show it highly associated with the attitude of the store owner. Okay, knowledge, okay, education is very important lah. Okay, this my take home message. Sorry. Okay, the aquarium trade remains an important route of invasive fish introduction in Malaysia. Okay. Why not our local? I don't know, you should think about that. Alien fish have established in Klang Valley rivers where they are influencing the environment, well-being, and also competing with native fish for food. A lot of scientific data already prove this. Education level is the most important factor that was associated with people knowledge, okay, perception and attitudes. Education is very important, okay. We should put syllabus about the education of the alien fish, whatever lah, flora or fauna, whatever lah, okay. Since from the primary and secondary school, okay, about this important of ecology. Alien ornamental fish make a vital contribution to the economy of pet store owner, and this likely influence the attitudes toward these fishes. Okay, so I hope you got my message today. How serious the important, how serious the alien fish. Okay, thank you very much. Sorry for your times.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Amal. I thought we are going to have only 1 hour session, but I can see too many things that the presenter are excited to present for their hard work. It's very good to share because we have no opportunity, especially now during COVID. For 2 years, we are unable to go to the field to study further on fish ecology, distribution, and so on. So thanks to Dr. Khaironizam and Dr. Amal for very good presentation. I saw a few questions here that I cannot read all, but the most interesting that I like that beautiful fish, and Dr. Khaironizam, I like the beautiful fish you mentioned, and one of it, you say there is a fish in Ulumura, and there is a fish, the same fish we can find in Sungai Golok. And then you mentioned also that there are report same species in Thailand. So this is a very important statement that how we can reconfirm this statement on the distribution of these fishes. How wide are their distribution? What are the influence of the distribution in the our area? Because you see in Thailand, and then the south of Thailand, bordering to Malaysian Peninsula, and then we have, or you said not yet reported somewhere south. Can you explain that?
All right, thank you, Prof. Ahmad. Okay, according to our experiences based on our survey, some species can only be found in Golok drainage. Some also can be found further south to probably to Pahang and probably until Johor. All right. This is because I think this is what Dr. Casey Ng suggests me to explain why the fish from Thailand also can be found in Peninsular Malaysia. All right. I think last time during this before the Pleistocene era, all right, our mainland is connected. All right. It's connected because the sea is further far from the current sea levels. Right, the sea levels are more further from this current our seashore now. All right. So during that time, okay, there are ancient river because ancient river that connected this area. All right. Some probably is, let's say, the Chao Phraya basins and Mekong basin, and Mekong basin also have connected with our river. Our river have connected with the main river somewhere in the Gulf of Siam, all right, Gulf of Thailand. So this area been connected, so the fish can be exchanged, can travels down to the Peninsula Malaysia. So that's why we can find some other fish of the Mekong Basin fish, and Thailand also can be found in Peninsula Malaysia. Similar to this Indonesian, all right, some of the Indonesian side like Borneo and somewhere in Borneo and the Sumatra also can be found on the west coast of Peninsula Malaysia. Okay. Is that I answer your
it's okay. At least no. At least I can get some picture, and maybe others also. Because you want to know this, we need more studies. Because I have a big question in my mind: is there any possibility of birds playing roles in moving this animal or fish, for example, from one place to higher to other places, or from lowland to highlands? Have you ever think that way?
I don't think birds can help the fish, but human, yes, I think.
Okay.
Yes.
Right. That's why I asked that crazy question, because I found fish, birds brought fish to the nest still alive. So that's why I asked that question in case of you find some answer for that. Okay, next, Dr. Amal. Alien fish is interesting because from pets, then they release to the environment, from agriculture or to aquaculture, then release to environment and create problem. The basic principle may be the same. So what is your thinking about if you follow through this what Dr. Carol discussed on the distribution of unique fishes? We are talking about unique fishes. Do you think we need to do this study on alien fish all over the place in Malaysia?
Alright, thank you for the question, Prof. Ahmad. My principle still same. Please promote our local fish for ornamental fish. Okay, we now you can see lah a lot of alien fish bring into our countries and we promote them. Ada acara lawan ikan siapa cantik, but they're alien. Why don't we promote our local fish? We are the creature, we have a lot of beautiful betta. For me, we should appreciate lah what actually God give to us. Actually, we have a lot of beautiful fish in our country, but we still like all of the other fish from outside. Okay, so I think the breeder of ornamental fish in this country, I think they need to look at our local fish now. Okay, but please don't go to the wild, harvest as lot as you want, and then you left nothing there. Okay, you bring home and breed, and then left some, and from the larvae or the fish, you put some back there, how much you take previously, and then you promote, you sell our local fish. Okay, I'm very respect to Thailand, you know. You see a betta splendid, okay, betta splendid from my, dari saya kecil lah, during I'm young, you know, I know betta splendid as very beautiful fish. Okay, variety of colors, very beautiful fins. Okay, but actually now after that I know actually this fish not from my country. Okay, I want we need to promote our local fish lah, bro. That's the problem with our fish breeders, maybe, or the fish lovers in this country lah. Okay,
so you think it's an urgent to have a quick survey and try to identify or highlight foreign species in our environment, and then do something to save our environment, to save our local fish.
Yeah, one more thing from the result from the PhD study, the Sule, the slide just now. You see, most of the problem actually because they doesn't have the information, the education.
Okay, right. That's very good point. Education, information, we need more research. That's why at the beginning I mentioned about many young ichthyologists. They are start active now, doing sampling, monitoring all over the country. I hope we need more money for them to promote this kind of survey. Look like not important, but if we know the good species, we can make money out of it. If you go to Bangkok, you can see people all over the world go there just to look at the ornamental fish. I saw here Salawati Barudin mention about Prof. Khairul Adha. Is he in the group? I want his comment. Is he in here? From Unimas? No? I saw his name somewhere, be left already. Where is he? Aslawati, you found him. So Radha, please comment on what the studies on the distribution, the lacking of information on fish that worried Dr. Amal just now, and the alien fish in the region, especially in Borneo. Borneo, I can see, is very sensitive area that we need to look at. Or anybody can comment on that? Yeah, Khairul. You.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Ahmad, sorry. It's good that Dr. Amal continue my works and being young scientists, young teachers, alert and aware about the importance of conserving our native species. When I started studies in year 2000, almost 20 years ago, I have worked alone. People not recognize how important we conserve native species. But now, so I'm very happy that there are many people, many scientists work on it and aware about the consequence of and the impact of endangered species in our environment. But in other words, we also cannot simply say that the endangered species dominated in our river system. These maybe other factors, as I mentioned by Dr. Amal, that contribute to the decline or loss of native species. Probably it's mostly about water quality deterioration, pollution, or habitat destruction. That mostly is dominated by the invasive species, that are hardy species. And our native species cannot tolerate with the, especially very sensitive with the change of habitat deterioration. And also Dr. Amal mentioned that how we can change from invasive introduced species to the native for aquaculture, for aquarium fish pet. Actually, the indigenous species are still not adequate to meet the demand of local population, and we start to culture. It take a longer time and costly. You name it, what type of species, native species are suitable. But with the increased demand and growing population, mostly people select a species that are able to grow with the higher biomass in shorter periods and can sell cheaper compared with native species. Orang tak makan kelah hari-hari ataupun tapah hari-hari, payah. Better to buy, to eat tilapia RM5 sekilo. Atau kita kena, we should consider about this thing. Kalau kita tengok macam baung, how much per kilo? Compare is African catfish. So how do we solve? How we can solve the problem? So maybe Dr. Aslawati from Fisheries Department will counter with that issue. We have waited too long. We know that the government introduced invasive introduced species to promote for aquaculture development to fulfill the demand. But for the native, maybe it take a longer time to grow and take that mahal. So apa lagi? Itulah Prof. Saya gembira lah dah ada orang meneruskan. Dulu seorang.
Thank you very much. But I think in Sarawak, especially or in Borneo in general, the development is now very fast, very quick. So we need to do quickly for the unique species. So I hope all the activists or researcher in fish, freshwater fish, need to be more aggressive as for funding, because if people don't realize this, then we miss a lot of our history, right? Especially when the government are moving towards activate or establish our National History Museum. Studies on fish should be more aggressive, besides insects and other things. So I think I have another 6 minutes. We give one more question. Anybody want to ask? I'll check from the chat box. All right. Now, anybody can comment on this. Dr. Khaironizam, can you extend a bit about gene bank? Dr. Khaironizam?
Yeah.
Can you extend a bit the discussion on that? Yeah.
All right. On the gene bank, okay. All right. Mohammad Azimuddin asked about these gene banks. Okay. Because not many of us doing the molecular work, all right? Not many of us actually. So the data is quite deficient about in the gene bank, all right? The molecular data is quite deficient in the gene bank. However, this work, my friend Dr. Sebastian Levu, starting to collect the DNA of the fish, especially on the local fish, and they will provide the database, DNA database, especially looks like the gene bank one. So later on, we will have this data on. So hope this the works will continue further. All right, Dr. Ahmad?
Yeah. So that's another thing. I think on biodiversity studies, still in high demand, but unfortunately, maybe we don't focus much on this basic or fundamental studies. That's why when we have a problem, the world said when the COVID time, the world said nature is the solution. But what we have done when we are talking about nature is a solution. So I hope we can use fish, especially when we talk about peat swamp forests, for the oil palm, for example. Maybe freshwater fish in the peat swamp area can be, we not go against the oil palm plantation, but they need to contribute for us to study on the oil palm or the fish in the peat swamp areas. So because a lot more that we don't see. I know Prof. Khairul Adha have a lot of ideas in Borneo in terms of these issues. So in Peninsula also, we need to do it. I think the Khaironizam and his team, the Amal and his team, can work together and push this issue when we talk about oil palm to convince the European to buy our palm oil, for example. So we have to discuss more later. I think we don't have enough time now. We want to do it in many series. So Dr. Amal will think of the series that we're going to do next. And of course, all members and the participants can give ideas to him so that we can arrange good speakers and including the young active scientists to be together with us and discuss what's next, what is the current issue, what are the solutions. So I think with that, I would like to thank all of you. Thank you very much, the participants. Thank you, Dr. Amal and Dr. Khaironizam for the good presentation. I learned a lot. Even though you have the ideas, I have the ideas, but when we only have 24 hours a day, we have only 2 hands to work. So we need more people to share our ideas, to share our knowledge, to go forward, to establish our ideas, and then publish. And I welcome you to publish in Malayan Nature Journal, one of the earliest, one of the oldest nature-based journal in this region. We not just focus on Malaysia, but it's in Sudanland area from southern Thai, Sumatra until the Sulawesi. So I need to see more publication also from Prof. Khairul from UNIMAS and his team on this. So with that, I would like to thank again all of you. Hope to see